Morning, it's Fred, and I'm in the Imperial Valley, which is only a couple hundred miles southeast of Los Angeles and San Bernardino, but it is a world apart. There's no Silicon Beaches here, there's no Silicon Valleys, there's no Santa Monica's, there's no trends, there's no innovation. This is a place of agriculture and desert and Hispanic high concentrations of we're only 100 miles or so from the border. It's high unemployment. It's a poor area. And I'm standing in perhaps its most infamous feature, certainly its most infamous water feature, a place called the Salton Sea. You can see it behind me. It's a huge, what looks like a lake to me, but it's called the Salton Sea. The Salton Sea was created about 100 years ago by an accident. We were trying to divert water from the Colorado River right around the turn of 1900s, and the river overflowed the canals and it flooded this entire valley. And that's how it became the Salton Sea. Now, to me, even though it's a beautiful day here, this is kind of a depressing place, because there are a lot of dreams that were shattered here, because people thought this could be a Lake Havasu, could be a resort town. So they tried to build developments and houses and so forth, only to find out that the water was receding, it's evaporating, there's no fresh source of it. It's not very deep, it smells, it's murky. And so what happened now is it's a desert community, if you will, of single wides, double wides, and people who are truly on the edge of society, for good or better. Even though this, to me, it's a depressing place, this can be the source of a whole new future for all of us. I know, believe it or not. A little while ago, a company or two figured out how to extract lithium from all the brine that's in this lake. There's enough brine in this lake to supply lithium for 8 to 10 times the world's requirements today. Now, you may not know, but lithium is one of the most sought after metals in the world, because lithium-ion batteries. Lithium-ion batteries power everything from electric vehicles to your phone's camera. We need a lot of lithium. We don't have much in the US. So we've just now made the scientific breakthrough of extracting lithium from all the brine that's in this place. What would happen if we figured out how to make it on a commercialization level, and to make a lithium mining industry here that would last for decades? But let's even go further. Why don't we make this a lithium battery manufacturing center? And why don't we then go one step further and bring R&D here? There are great universities not that far from here. This could be an example. You know, I always talk about innovation driving economic development and transformation. This could be a real life example of that. Clean energy, clean green economy. But it's not easy to do. You know, it's one thing to do it in the lab. It's another thing to do it on a commercial scale. But why don't we make this a strategic imperative of the United States to figure out how to do this on scale? You know, we've done it before. You know, the Department of Energy spent 40 years figuring out how to frack natural gas out of the ground, and it transformed everything into natural gas. Why don't we spend not 40 years, but spend the money and make this the lithium-ion battery capital of the world, and literally transform this valley to people who normally don't get touched by innovation. People that I've been talking about, how innovation, if broadly developed, can make everybody's life better. We can do this. We should do this. Okay, that's the end of this message, I guess. It's a nippy Thanksgiving morning here in Salton Sea. I hope you're having a great Thanksgiving day. I hope you're doing it via Zoom and phone and so forth. Okay, have a good one.